What's up? This is Rick Safios coming out of Salem, Oregon. I'm going to be working with Brad Cross again today. This is part 2 of our video instruction for our online disc golf lessons. Today I'm going to be working with his backhand as he's a left-handed player coming out of Missouri, and we're working on some of the steps and forms to be able to help improve his game. This is Brad Cross out of Missouri, and he set up several different cameras that he's able to control with his phone. So you're going to be able to see his backhand form first here. First thing we're going to look at is his reach back and how he's improved in his footing and being able to get that right leg all the way back without dragging it. Next, his hips are coming through first. I sent a few videos so he has a chance to now watch it in between his throws, and this is what it's going to look like. So as we're moving camera angles now, you're going to be able to see from his hips going up. As he's reaching back, he stays aligned. He's not able to use his hips to the full potential, so we're going to want to work on twisting a little bit more with our knees as you're going to drop your left knee and then being able to use the power from your legs. In order to get great movement on the disc, you have to use power from your core and your legs in order to really maximize on your distance. If you're just throwing with your arm, you're going to end up either hurting yourself or not getting as much distance. So I'm showing another shot right here of me throwing a mid-range. We're actually going to look at the next piece, which are our shoulders and our head. Notice that my head is going to stay flat and that it's not going to bounce up when I release the disc. So I don't push up on my toes, I just pivot on my heel, and that allows me not to push up and move the disc's trajectory as it leaves my hand. So as we're now looking at Brad's front angle, we're going to be looking at his left elbow. It's going to want to follow these different steps. Elbow is going to come through first, then forearm, and then snapping the wrist. It's got to be one fluid motion in order to have that hit point snap at the final moment where he's able to have extra spin or velocity on the disc. The faster the disc is spinning, the longer it's able to travel because of the lift that's happening underneath the disc. You can really see this being showcased in some of the top 4 throwers in the world as they snap their wrist right here to get that extra spin as the disc is leaving their hand. So again, those 3 simple steps is elbow, forehand, wrist, and the wrist is the final snap that's allowing the disc to really finish out of his hand with a lot of exit velocity. The hit point is that crucial part where he's then going to try to aim for that same release every single time. You can watch our side-by-sides in slow motion. That hit point is right past your body as the disc is traveling through the area of your core. Keeping it tight and close to your body, but not wrapping your arm behind your back is going to be important. The disc needs to travel in a straight line back and going right through that same place, almost like you are punching through it with your elbow first, then your forearm, and then finishing with your wrist. Thank you, Brad Cross, for reaching out to me and wanting to work on your form. I've already seen improvement from our first part series video, from your foot not dragging, as well as your arm starting to come through elbow, forehand, and then wrist. It's a great improvement to be able to see you actually changing your form in just a small couple of things, because it's not about the big differences, it's about these small, minute, little changes that can happen to really make an impact in your game. Continue to work on your field work as you go out, grabbing mostly putters and mid-ranges, really working on that hit point as you're releasing with your wrist, and being able to work on your accuracy as you're using your hips to be able to power through, keeping your head flat and level and not pushing up off of your toes, and being able to have a great round because of the fact that you have consistent throws every single time. Thanks again for watching these series of Brad Cross as he's working on his form from Disc Golf Lessons from Oregon. We hope to be able to do more of these in the future, so message me and ask if you would like to be able to do some online training. There's a lot of resources out there. Will Schustrick is doing his disc golf instruction. His courses are phenomenal, so if you want to check out that link, check it out right here. And for me, this is Rick Safios, signing out.